Or this is the MLS login page. So the homepage to the MLS is right here. I definitely recommend, if you haven't already, downloading the Showingtime app because that will be super helpful when you're on the go for your showing. All right, well, as people trickle in, they'll probably ask questions. So sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I just want to go over how to use Showingtime, especially in the MLS, because it can be confusing, but just to get the most out of it. So when using Showingtime, you can either look up a specific property in the MLS to schedule a showing, or you can click the very first icon here, the CoreLogic matrix, or you can look up the property using the Showingtime app within the MLS. That'll bring you up two separate tabs. So the first one, I will show you on how to schedule it within the MLS. So for example, I'm going to use this property. I'm looking it up. My buyer texted me and they want to view this property today. So I look it up in the MLS, and I like using this search bar in the RMLS. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I just showed this property on Sunday, but now it was just withdrawn, released. So it's no longer active in the MLS. All right. So this one's not going to work. Um, okay. Let me look up another property. Wow, crazy that I just showed that on yesterday. I showed that yesterday, but it looks like it's no longer be active. Okay. So we will look up, all right, for example, we'll look up this property. Okay. So this property is currently active and accepting showings. Prior to a showing, definitely look it up in the MLS and look at the supplement. In here, you'll find the residential property disclosure and the lead-based paint disclosure. Read through the residential property disclosure prior to going on your showing with your client. That way you can inform them anything that is either a red flag or there is anything wrong with the property. And then definitely looking here. So for example, this is a condo and there is an HOA fee of $305 a month. I would definitely recommend, again, sending your client either a copy of this or bringing a printed copy with you on your showing. But let's just say for example purposes, my client sends me a realtor.com link and is like, hey, can we go look at 1364 Athena Drive today at 3 p.m. I look it up on the MLS, then I go ahead and click schedule a showing. It opens up a new tab. If there are several showings that your client wants to look at, then I'll go ahead and just add this to my Showingtime cart. If they just want to see this showing at 3 p.m. but aren't interested in anything else, then I'll schedule a single showing. And then I also like to look at what type of appointment it is. So going up here, this is considered a go and show. So what that means is it will be instantly confirmed once you set your appointment time-wise and everything, because there may be overlapping appointments. An appointment that, for example, is like called appointment request, you have to wait to hear back from either the seller or the listing agent to get your appointment approved for the given time slot. That may take, should not take more than an hour, but should take probably within an hour to get your appointment accepted so that you can go view the property. So I'm going to show you an example about adding this to my showing cart. So I clicked added to my showing cart because we're going to look at a few different properties, but all at the same time. So in this case, we're setting up a showing tour. So I click on today. If I wanted to put my buyer's name in, I can. And then I click OK. Oh, description, this is going to be showing, for example. Okay. So I went ahead and added this to my cart, my Showingtime cart. But then your client sent you several other places to check out. So they also, let's say, sent you this one right in North Royalton, 9811 Sunrise Boulevard. I go ahead and click schedule a showing, add to showing cart, and I'm going to add it to the cart for today's tour. Click next. Now I have two listings in my cart that my client would like to see today. Okay. So then from here, we have two, and it shows me right now, it's showing me how far apart these properties are. So it's showing it's 53 minutes from the Kent Road one to the North Royalton. And let's say they sent you another property. So they want to look at a total of 3 properties today. Go ahead and click schedule a showing. And you can look up these separately in the MLS, and your showing cart will still populate. Click next. All right, so now we have a total of 3 showings in our showing cart, or Showingtime cart. And what's nice, for example, it'll show you how much time in between you'll need for travel time. And so then you'll look at that to then accommodate what time you'll arrive to the showing. If you were like, oh, I would rather, what is the smartest route if I'm starting in, so if you want to add the address on where you're starting from, you can go ahead and do that. If you want to just put as like, okay, I live in Strongsville, so the most convenient route for me to take to get back home, you could do an ending address as well. By clicking Smart Route, for the most part, it already puts it in a smart route for you, but just so you know which is the smartest route to take, and will save you the most amount of time. This is showing to go to Kent, to then North Royalton, and then Parma. And again, it's showing the differences between time so that you could accommodate to look at like, oh, okay, so if we see Kent at 2:30 and me hovering over here, it says click here to schedule showing at 2:30. Obviously, you'll need a written buyer agreement to then go on these tours, but then you just go ahead and click yes, I agree. And then it already accommodated for an hour for your Showingtime tour. So you can go ahead and click save there. I like when the listing agent gives you an hour appointment because then you have a good idea of even if you arrive to your appointment a little bit late, you still have a little buffer time. And then say we're there for 30 minutes and it takes an hour to get from the Kent to the North Royalton location. So you'll again accommodate your schedule on travel time. So then you would click here, click yes, I agree. These appointments, the longest that they will allow is going to be 30 minutes. So you have from 4:15 to 4:45 to schedule that. And then you would just click save. And then it's 22 minutes from that property to get to Parma. So just to make sure you have enough time, we'll do it around 5:15. Yes, I agree. And then this allows you for 30 minutes as well. And how I figured out how much time I have for the whole appointment, I clicked on appointment end time, and it's saying that I could go ahead and schedule it from 5:30 to 6. If they only allow 15 minutes for your showing, it would just say 5:40, it would just say 5:30 to 5:45, and the 6 p.m. would be grayed out. Again, you would just go ahead and click save. I'm not gonna completely set those up, but in this case, then it would give you a map of your tour. You can go ahead and print this. You could print it and send to your client. You can go ahead and email it to your client so that they have a map of what times you are going to view the properties. I find that to be super helpful because you'll look very prepared for your listing or for your showing time tour. And then it also reiterates so they don't have to like look through their phone while they're driving what the address is to the properties they want to look at. They can have it right there in their email or already set on their phone. And again, this is how you do a showing time tour. All right. Does anybody have any questions on that? Okay. And now how I book these is I went to the property through the MLS and then clicked schedule a showing. Another way you can do it is through the Showingtime app or through Showingtime through the MLS. Okay, so how you would do that is go here, we'll go ahead and click Showingtime. And then I'll go ahead and close showings. Clicked on showing. And now I want to add a showing time for today. So go ahead and click showing cart. Right here, it already shows what's in my showing cart. We're gonna go ahead and, oh, look. Definitely recommend clicking on any examples that Showingtime may have for you. And so let's see. I clicked on, I want to start a Showingtime cart. Select the date of your tour. Would you like to add a buyer? If you do, click the drop down and click add new. I click skip, name your Showingtime tour. Click add to my tours. Now I click on my specific Showingtime tour. And for example, if I went in and I put in the MLS listing right here of the property my client wants to see, I go ahead and paste that. And then if I have the MLS listings of the other various properties, so for example, say you set your client up on a showing time portal, or I'm sorry, you set your client up on an MLS portal and they're getting all of these new updates on active properties that meet their criteria. If you go ahead and look at it as a agent single line and they put hearts by the properties they want to view, you're like, oh, okay, they hearted, let's see, they hearted this one in North Royalton. This is the MLS number. Go ahead and copy and paste that. Click on your showing time chart. Paste in the MLS number, separated by commas. So now you're back in your showing time cart. I want to look at it in agent single line view because they also, we're pretending that they also hearted this one in Northfield. Go ahead and copy and paste that MLS number. Go to your showing time cart, copy and paste that. Again, separated by commas. And in our little showing time tour that is giving us instructions, it also says to do this. It's down there. So then we'll put one more in, and I just go to single agent single line. Okay, lastly, they want to look at this one in Parma. Go here. All right. So we go ahead and click go. All right. And now it's showing us all the properties. So I'm going to go ahead and click Smart Route. It's switched up the properties as to when we can go look at the properties. Oh, okay, so right now this is saying it's a go and show, but showings are not allowed on this date. So for today, they are not accepting showing. We could let our buyer know, so we'll remove that from our cart. Okay. Click on Smart Route again. All right, perfect. So now it's showing what the best route for us to take our clients to view the various properties. It has the map, it has the amount of time it takes between each one, and then we could go ahead and schedule our showings accordingly. Now, the difference between apartment or appointment type is the go and show and appointment required. So when appointment is required, you wait to receive confirmation from your from the seller or the listing agent to get the code, the lockbox codes, or whatever type of code they have to enter the property. In your Showingtime app, definitely downloading that and logging in. You can do everything on your computer, and then when you log into the app, everything you did on your computer will show up on your Showingtime app. Super helpful and nice to use because when you're on the go, I don't know if you're able to see. Let's see, for example, I'll go to my Showingtime app. This is what it looks like. Everybody said look. Okay, cool. So this app right here is going to be the Showingtime app. Clicking on that is going to give you, so like, for example, I saw this yesterday, the Ingleside one. Click on it. Right now it's a past appointment, so it's not going to show me the access to it. But if you click on start or access the property within the app, it will go ahead and give you specific instructions on what to do at the showing. So it'll be like, hey, lockbox is on side door. This is the code. Please leave your business card and take off your shoes. Sometimes they don't give it super detailed instructions, but definitely looking for those instructions because it may also be like, please turn off all the lights before you leave or close all the doors or something specific. Another huge thing to look at when you are scheduling showings for the instructions is there could be cats or animals in the house. So you don't ever want to open a door and leave it wide open and then a cat runs out. That would be very unfortunate. And so definitely reading the instructions prior to getting into the property for those very reasons. I've heard horror stories of that happening. And so you never want to be the reason why the cat ran out of the house or you left the light on or something like that. So definitely reading through the instructions when you are going on a showing is very helpful. All right, does anybody have any questions? Try to make the launch classes super to the point and specific on the topic so that they could be referenced if you're like, oh, what did Kelly say on how to schedule a showing? You can just pop up this video and watch it quickly and be like, okay, this is what I do to do a showing time tour. And whatever is easier for you to go ahead and schedule that. I like doing it through the MLS because I'm going to be here on here already. So I just click schedule a showing and then it populates here and I add it to my showing time cart and I go ahead and do the tour for my client. even if ends up being a single showing, that's okay. You could have one single showing in a tour as well. And then it's nice because then you can just hop back and forth between the MLS and Showingtime. And I mean, you are more than welcome to go ahead and go in the app and schedule a showing. It's super easy as well. But if you are doing a Showingtime tour, it is nice to do it on your laptop and then have it already available for you on your phone. And again, just to reiterate what you'll bring on the showing. So you're super stoked. You're about to look at 3 different properties with your buyer. Definitely reviewing the residential property disclosure, even sending it to them in an email will be helpful so that they can either view it while they're there or view it with you at the property. You can just pull it up or have it printed out prior. And where you find that is in the supplement section, residential property disclosure. For whatever reason, mine always makes me download it first, but hopefully either it lets you populate or you download it, pop it up, and then read through it. What you'll like to see is owner is blank occupying the property. So the owner is not occupying the property and they have not occupied the property since October 27th, 2024. And then any place that you see writing on, definitely read through it so that you understand either what they fixed or what they didn't fix per the explanation on the residential property disclosure. All right. Any questions? Okay. Well, thanks so much for joining today. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day.